name is Sia Agre. I come from Kwen district. It was formerly part of Kapchorwa. I am a student of Makerere University. I'm doing masters in infectious disease management. I run businesses private. I have a salon. I also have 3 acres of eucalyptus plantation. I come from a district whereby athletics is always practiced at primary school level, and most of my old boys and old girls actually used to be good athletes. My friend Colin was so good in athletics. We used to share the same seat with him, same class, primary 7 in Khartoum Primary School. And there was an athletics competition between primary schools. The guy won a 10,000 meter race, given the fact that he had been practicing, but he had some challenges. He was so good in class, but doing athletics and academic work at the same time was a little bit tricky for him. So let us hear from him.
My name is Mwanga Colin. Siagre is my class, is my hobby. We were in the same school with him at elementary level. I was a good runner and as well also a very good performer in class. I tried so much balancing my academics with athletics, something I was so passionate about. Unfortunately, trying to balance this was quite hard because whenever we could join the school team for preparations, the teachers will just continue with normal classes, so we could miss so much. Those of us who are interested in athletics we could miss so much on the class lessons. But despite all this, I tried, and I tried so much in athletics, and I reached a level of representing my school at inter-school competitions organized by the Ministry of Education annually. With this, I managed to go up to national level, whereby I was representing my district, Kapchorwa. Unfortunately, I didn't perform so much in this because of my poor health. So, outright from there, no one could recognize me. And also the other thing that is so funny was, at the same time, it was the same year that I was supposed to sit for my primary leaving examinations to join high school. So I had to come back and concentrate on my books. Because teachers now would teach others, as for us we could go to represent our schools at national level, I lost so much in my academics. And because I didn't perform because of poor health, it was only a chance for me to feature at high level. So when I lost that chance because of poor health, I only had no choice but to go back and embark on my academics. Not only that, but because also athletics is not something not so certain. Because I've seen some of my hobbies who fell out of academics in pursuit of athletics, but didn't go so much further because they would always not have adequate training facilities. Yeah. So the point here is, it was so much hard, and it's still so much hard, to balance between academics and sports in my country and in my country. So I believe if there was an institute or if there was a school of this nature that can carry on athletics and academics concurrently in a balanced manner, I think for sure I would have remained an athlete and as well as a professional in the area that I'm in currently. I really predict very many people coming in, and they will enjoy, they will pursue their careers alongside athletics. Because now some of us who fell out of athletics, if we're just doing it as a hobby, but not as a career, and yet we had the talent that we could still earn a living out of.
I also have a cousin called Krong Moses. This guy is just so amazing. We used to be in the same school, Captain Primary School. He was so good in athletics. He was able to reach the International Olympics competitions. It's 2016. He was in the same school with me. He was my closest cousin, and he had some challenges with school fees, but he was so talented in athletics. So there are also so many potential athletes in Kwen district and even in Kapchora district who have been able to reach the international level Olympics. But let's first hear from Krong Moses, who is my closest cousin. Uganda has had so many athletes reach international Olympics competitions level. Despite the challenges they face in their communities to reach those levels, some of them are unable to afford education. Some of them struggle in developing their career. There are no training institutions to develop their career. Some of them face challenges related with the financial management. Some of them face challenges related with the literacy. They don't know how to read and write. So our idea seeks to establish a center where we can train potential athletes on how to read and write. We can train them on basic skills related with the financial management. We shall also establish a training center, kind of a stadium or a field, where spectators come and then watch athletics competitions, which we shall be organizing weekly. And each spectator, we hope to charge him or her at least a third $1. That comes to about $300 per game, implying that we shall collect about $1,200 per year, per month. So that implies that in a year we shall have to collect $14,000 $400 at least. If we have, constantly at least 1,000 spectators coming to watch the game. Out of the $12,000 we shall be collecting from our spectators for the start, 30% of that will be used to reinvest in our business, to make it grow, and then 30% will be used to grow the institution. We shall use it to support our athletes who are still studying O-level. We shall also use the remaining 30% to support those senior athletes who will be supporting us. We'll be paying them monthly. We'll be paying them an amount based on the amount of revenue generated, and that will be 30% of that. And then 10% will be used as our profits. We shall use it for catering the management team, that is me and my team. And we also intend to establish clubs within our institution, which will be headed by coaches. We shall have coaches later. We shall have clubs raised within the institution, and those clubs will be competing among themselves, and that will be our starting point. We'll have 2 clubs for the start, which will be headed by coaches. Those coaches will be the ones to identify the players for their respective teams, and we will have those clubs, teams compete among themselves. We will be advertising those competitions so that our spectators come to watch the game. Who will be our source of revenue. And those coaches will also be able to identify potential players from outside the institution who have the talent and need to be supported academically and also in developing their career in athletics. So at the end of the day, we shall have these clubs growing through addition of more members from the community. And later on we shall have also during national competitions or international competitions, our team members will be competing as a club or as a team, and then we shall establish a memorandum of understanding where part of their revenue will be a part of their income will actually come back to developing the institution. So we will have this training center being a hub for development of athletes professionally. We will have them having athletics as their source of livelihood, a sustainable one. So we request Bank of Africa through the African Entrepreneurship Award to support us by giving us money so that we develop this center where athletes can be able to grow professionally, so that we can have also a center in Africa which is located in Uganda, in Uganda specifically, hosting international Olympics competitions, because already we have witnessed athletes reaching international level, even though the support on ground is not there. And also enhance tourism in Uganda and Africa at large through hosting international competitions, or increasing their chances of hosting international Olympics competitions. So people will be able to construct or put up restaurants within this training center, will be able to benefit tremendously by having more guests during during athletics competitions. So at the end of the day, they will contribute tremendously to the national revenue in Uganda and also in other African countries who will be co-hosting the event in case we get to that point. And households who have an individual who has talent will also benefit tremendously through support to that individual in form of scholarships, because we will be giving scholarships to students who have the talent, but the family may not be able to afford school fees. So we hope to achieve that. Thank you.